We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Isotopes and the San Francisco Giants. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Adrian Hauser gets the start for San Francisco in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
At the plate now, Ken Griffey Sr., and we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's in there for strike 1. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on.
Into the box, Paul Molitor. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. From the stretch. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, Dero, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches. He ain't giving you anything on the outside corner, and that's the way it should be.
It's wide, and he's in there with the stolen base.
Well, I think he's making it pretty obvious why he's batting leadoff, isn't he? Works his way on base to start the game, and then does even better by swiping second to put himself into scoring position. He's trying to make an impact from the get-go in this one.
Hits this one hard the other way, and that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw to the plate. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score, and he is in there.
That is third. The second baseman, Joe Morgan.
Into the box now, Joe Morgan, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Molitor leads off second with nobody out. A ball and a strike.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Liner toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. Molitor rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's in safely to third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. So the first 3 batters of the ball game hit safely against him here, and he's going to need to turn things around in a hurry before things get out of hand. Standing in now, Andrew Jones. Line, but speared on a hop. And the tag gets him. But a run is in to score away from the play.
2 runs already home, and now you can make it 3. Good job right there of keeping it simple and putting the ball in play.
Into the box now, Dwight Evans. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First delivery to him on the way. This year against right-handed pitching, Evans is exactly a .400 hitter.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business. And maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
So far on the year, Evans comes into action sporting a slugging line above .650, and that's not something you see every day. Truly an elite power bat. Another 0-2 coming. High in the air out to center field. Damon is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to force a rubber match in the series.
Matty, this is going to be a fun lineup for me to watch. I get fired up watching these guys because they all have a plan. It works for them. They follow the scouting reports. They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
At the plate, George Brett, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. 3 runs already home here. Popped up. Hernandez has a play, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Isotopes are out in front 3-0. Greg Maddux will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
So digging in now, Johnny Damon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. Hops this one up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And guys, you take a look at our visitors here with the early lead tonight as we play the bottom of the first. They come in trying to bounce back from a loss last time out, but they've been in good form lately. 5-2 over their last 7.
Matty, this team is oozing confidence right now. They were playing well coming into this game. And what do? Right out of the chute, top of the first, throw a 3 spot up on the board. They got the opposition on their heels.
And here's a look at the hometown Giants starting lineup in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, the key in this one for this lineup is they got to stay staunch in the middle of the plate. They can't start swinging at everything or this guy will abuse him. He'll start flipping up the rosin bag. They have to sit over those 17 inches and hold to that.
Batting first, the first baseman, Keith Hernandez.
Stepping into the box, Keith Hernandez. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Here it comes. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Griffey is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Giants down in order. Still down 3-0. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Benito Santiago.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Weak grounder down the line at third. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Oh, there is nobody that's going to corral this one. This could be an inside the Parker. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. Santiago takes the turn at third. He wants it all. Safe at the plate. And they lead now by 4.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
To the plate now, Charlie Culberson. He swings and grounds it to short, and that's through for a hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound, and they are just going to ambush tactics, and it seems to work for them. Or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Greg Maddux swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
He's going to have to take a deep breath. A little bit ultra aggressive at the plate right now after fishing at the first pitch and looking like he was going to commit on that one.
Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes. This one's flared out toward left. In there, a base hit.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
And that'll bring in Ken Griffey Sr. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
Time for a look at the San Francisco Giants on defense. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
So now to the plate, Paul Molitor, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. A base hit in his first trip. Pops this one up. Hernandez in foul ground. 2 down.
The batter number 8. Second baseman, Joe Morgan.
Ready for another chance? Joe Morgan. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here? Too low, 1-0.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 men are on with 2 men out. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield, and Arenado will make the catch to retire the side. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Indiana is on top 4-0. Digging in, Luis Robert, and he's a guy that's really scuffling at the plate right now.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
Sharp ground ball to third. Brett is there for it, and that's the first out.
All right, here's how the visitors are lining up today. And guys, this starting pitcher right here is in the top 5 in the league in strikeouts. And what does that tell me? That tells me that his defense cannot fall asleep in this one. They better go through their pre-pitch routine. They better stay on their toes and stay engaged in this one in case something finds a barrel.
Here's Nolan Arenado. As he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one. He's got that batting average even at a point where even a 1 for 5 will gain him some points. 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Maddux has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail here 4-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Andrew Jones. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far.
Andrew Jones.
First delivery to him on the way. In there for strike 1.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Here's another 0-2. Hit down the line at first. Hernandez grabs it cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
First pitch on its way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's fouled away. Weak grounder back to the mound. And there's out number 2.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, it'll be the Hall of Famer George Brett. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. On the ground to the right side. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Isotopes lead this one 4-0. So that brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. 0-1 the count. Here it comes. Down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called, 1 away. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central.
The catcher, Tom Murphy.
So striding in, Tom Murphy. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. Now a swing and a fly ball, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
In now, Adrian Hauser. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Giants down in order. They're down 4-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and now it will be the catcher, Benito Santiago.
The catcher, Benito Santiago.
Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, now this ball's hit pretty well, and there's no one within a mile of this thing. This could end up big trouble. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. Santiago takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And he's safe at the plate as they extend the lead to 5-zip.
Now back, Charlie Culberson.
Into the box, Charlie Culberson. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. The windup and the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Man, I feel for him, but you've got to call a spade, right? He's really struggling. The sample size is 3+ innings, and in that time he's given up 8 hits, so it might be time to cut your losses and make a change out there.
Into the box now, Greg Maddux, as he'll take a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the ball down in the strike zone.
A runner at first with no outs here. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. That fastball on the inner half of the plate. You can see that he just isn't able to get those arms extended, and pretty ugly swing right there.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Here's the 0-1. Hit weakly back to the mound. There's one. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits. So stepping in, Johnny Damon. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Fouled off. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Santiago gathers. The throw to first is in time. One down.
Now back, second baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ben Zobrist. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Now here it comes. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
I think he kind of trained the hitter's eyes in that at-bat. What I mean is you'll find the first 3 pitches are all down around the knee. So as a hitter, he's probably looking down there again, and that's the perfect time to raise his sights and make a good pitch up.
And that's the first hit in this one for the Giants. So some real problems out there that time as it'll wind up in E7. Standing in now, Luis Robert, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Therefore it is Andrew. He makes the catch and the side is retired. 1 left for San Francisco. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Now to the plate, Paul Molitor. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
The first baseman, Paul Molitor.
Pitch on the way. Hit hard on the ground to second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, nothing earth-shattering about this one. He just didn't finish the play and watch it into his glove. And now they've got the leadoff runner aboard and no outs. Now here's the Giants skipper making his way out toward the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Julio Teheran takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 49, Julio.
Joe Morgan will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. From the stretch. In the dirt here. And no advance. It's ball 1. And now the Giants are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. The 1-0 delivery. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. From the belt, kicks and deals. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second.
The center field.
So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. So here's the cleanup hitter, Andrew Jones. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame. No balls and a strike to count. Fouled away. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Dwight Evans is in for a third plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0.
Hey, this dude's clearly capable of clearing the bases with one swing. So I think the approach to this guy is try to keep the ball off the plate. See if they can get him to chase something.
1-1.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Into the box, Benito Santiago. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
1 run scores, and the second run will score as this suddenly is now a 7-0 ball game.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
At the plate, Charlie Culberson. But this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 costly errors, and 2 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Indiana leads it 7-0. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that'll give way to the 3rd baseman, Nolan Arenado.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Here's one fouled off to the right as the count evens at 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Now here it comes. Heading out towards shallow right. Evans has it, and there's 1 away.
Now batter, not shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And they start him out away with a called strike. And he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, if you're going to get a swing on a pitch that far in off the plate, pretty much options are wide open.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was ahead in the count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That misses 1-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. So here now's the pitcher, Greg Maddux, getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
0-1, no strike.
Now the 1-0.
It's great to be able to face a pitcher to lead off the inning and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0, and he's licking his chops for a fastball.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
You know, he fell behind 2-0, Matty, but he battled right there and got right back in this count. An aggressive fastball, middle of the zone.
A bouncer up the middle. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The left fielder, number 30, Ken Griffey.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Ken Griffey. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat.
That's the ball. Count
1 out, nobody on. Called strike at the knees, 1-1.
Great job of doubling up with the fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
1-1. Line drive to center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
So now to the plate, Paul Molitor, as he'll reach for one and come up empty for the first strike. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 0-1 pitch.
Ball, that's outside.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Ready with the 1-1. Now a shot toward the gap in left center. Griffey rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's in safely at third, as a run will score on the play as well.
Wow, with 1 out, and he clutches up with an RBI triple, which is his 2nd hit of the game. So he's starting to put together a pretty big game here.
At the plate now, Joe Morgan. And here's a ball hit in the air, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Knee high, he barehands it. And he's out on the tag. But 1 run is in to score on the play.
The batter, the center fielder, Andrew Young.
Jordan Montgomery gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Montgomery.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Andrew Jones. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey!
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, a lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that. for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Isotopes lead it 9-0. And that'll bring in Tom Murphy to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that. Now, they've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Behind 0-2 now. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Shohei Ohtani will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Hit on the ground to third. Brett has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Johnny Damon is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Giants down in order. They're down 9-0. John Curtis enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 84, John Curtis.
Stepping up now, Dwight Evans. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
And now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Fouled off. Here comes another 0-2. Now that's popped up. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch.
The third baseman, number 5, George Brett.
Coming to the plate now, George Brett has got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting, catcher, Benito Santiago.
To the plate now, Benito Santiago. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And they'll have runners at 2nd and 3rd following the 1-out double.
Now batting.
Looked like he broke into his home run trot a little early, and I can't blame him. He's already had 2, but this one just misses, and he'll settle for a double. Having a heck of a game, though.
Into the box, Charlie Culberson. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Hit softly on the ground to third. Right to him. A tag for one. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Digging in, Greg Maddux. Fourth plate appearance for him tonight, and why not? He's been in control all game long. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to Hernandez for the putout, and the inning is over. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Seventh inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Isotopes are out on top 10-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Ben Zobrist.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And there to put this one away is Jones, and that's out number 1.
First baseman, number 17, Keith Hernandez.
And that brings up the former MVP Keith Hernandez. A hit in 2 tries so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fouled away. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. No runs, just 1 hit and 2 errors to this point for San Francisco. And he fouls this one off. Ground ball right side. Fielded cleanly. And quickly there are 2 away.
Now back, left fielder, Louis Robert.
Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Luis Robert. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Yeah, man, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first. So as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
Nolan Arenado is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
The 1-1 pitch.
Nope, that's the ball.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Grounded to the right. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. 0 for 2 for him to this point. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Hey, great job of holding up right there. Little 2-out lightning might ensue by 1 check swing holding up.
Fastball just inside.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that 2-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
Yanked on the ground down the line. The 2-2 one more time. And another foul ball. Line drive to center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Giants leave a couple. Starting to look bleak, down 10-0. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ken Griffey. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Here's the first pitch to him.
0-1's the count.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Popped up. Arenado in foul ground, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Coming to the plate now, Paul Molitor. He comes in with a couple of hits, including a triple in 4 at-bats. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low.
Hey, not a good spot to be, down 2-0. This guy has some serious pop at the plate. I'm expecting a big hack here.
2-1 to Joe Morgan.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Andrew Jones waits on deck. The 3-1. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field.
Look at him fight to stay inside that baseball and push it in a 5.5 hole. That's the Tony Gwynn spot.
Chaz Rowe comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Number 52, Chaz Rowe.
Standing in now, Andrew Jones. Lifted in the air to center. Damon is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Now batting, right fielder, Dwight Evans.
Digging in, Dwight Evans struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. The 0-1 pitch. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
Struck him out, so they work out of the jam as he strands 2 men in scoring position. Here's Joey Gallo now. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here.
1-1.
A ball and a strike. One and two now.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Stepping in now, Tom Murphy. As with one away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1. No hits to this point. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Morgan onto the grass. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now back, the pitcher,
John Birdie will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 5, John Birdie.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Right side. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And they will still manage to get him at first. A spectacular all-around play, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Number 68 gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
For the Giants, number 68.
So striding forward now, George Brett. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point.
The third baseman, George Brett.
Evan Longoria will try to get his club a little 9th inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Seared down the first baseline. A dive, but it's off his glove. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The catcher, number 9, Benito Santiago.
At the plate, Benito Santiago. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Here comes the first pitch. And he had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Wow, when you're swinging the bat like he is, you want the game to go to extra so you can get some more ABs. That's his 3rd hit of the game, and his swing just keeps getting better and better. Almost hit that one out of here, but he'll take a double anytime.
So now to the plate, Greg Maddux, as he grounds one briskly to short. DeYoung fields it cleanly, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Evan Longoria will stay in the game, taking over at third base and batting in that 9 spot. So in now for San Francisco, Johnny Damon. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching. but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Ben Zobrist is also into the ball game now as he takes over at second. Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
A ball and a strike to the Giants' leadoff man. Pulled toward right center field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Damon blows through the stop sign, headed for home. Safe at the plate. And they are now on the board, though still well behind.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hard on the ground towards short. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Into the box now, Keith Hernandez.
And it's grounded just foul down the line.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 0-1. Nobody out, runner on first. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
At the plate, Luis Robert lays off 1-0. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Swing and a ball hit fairly well, heading high and deep toward right center. DeShields is there as he had to travel a ways, but he makes the catch deep in the alley for the second out.
Up next to the Giants, the third baseman, Nolan.
Giants down to their final out now. And in next, it'll be the perennial MVP candidate, third baseman Nolan Arenado. Curveball just misses, apparently. 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to third. Taken in by Longoria. Throw on to first is in time to get him. And the Isotopes have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Well, he was gunning for a complete game shutout, but it just wasn't in the cards here. But anytime you can go 9 innings and give up only 1 single run, you've done pretty good for yourself and your team.
10-1, the final lopsided score in this ball game. Indiana put on a show with the bats, collecting 17 hits in the game. Greg Maddux notches his 3rd win of the year as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Adrian Hauser was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious visiting team, 10 runs, 17 hits. 1 error, they left 9 men on base. For the Giants, 1 run, 5 hits. 2 errors, they left 4 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 29 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.